Hello, welcome to my review of Christmas Massacre. This game is rated M for blood and gore, intense violence, language, partial nudity, suggestive themes, and use of drugs. If you are not above the age of 18, you should click off now. According to the game store, Christmas Massacre is an 80s-inspired gore-drenched slasher with crusty retro-style low-poly graphics from horror developer Puppet Combo. It feels a lot like a PlayStation 1 game, and it's the best $12 I ever spent. I bought the game because Friday the 13th happened to land in December this year, and I thought that was a really good excuse to go play a horror game. I was already looking for Christmas games to play for this whole 12 days of Christmas stream I've been doing, and when I saw this, it was just perfect. The game is only about 3 hours long if you play it on easy, and that's if you explore the entire place. I'll show you some gameplay of it here. So as you can see, our game opens up on what appears to be a creepy home for children. Starts in the date of Christmas 1957, no specific day. We've got our creepy nun in the PS1 format telling us, Larry, we're not allowed to come to the Christmas party. What's up with that? So we gotta go to bed, and we're not gonna take that very well. Once this nun leaves us to our bidding, we're gonna start hearing voices.
There's a knife in the kitchen, Larry.
So as you can already see, it's got a bit of a film grain to it. That's because of the VCR setting that they have, standard set. They have a lot of spooky different settings you can use. If you guys want more details on that, I can create a little short about it for anybody that's interested in playing the game, but we'll worry about that another time. I wanted to dive right into the gameplay so you guys could see what the game really looks like. I had so much fun playing it on stream the other night. I didn't know what I was doing, so I had a bit of a tough time at the start. Like, there's a tutorial for this game, but it doesn't teach you about all the fine details. You have to go into the controller settings yourself and like look at what every button does. Now, there's one thing I love about this game. It's look at these dance moves. I kept saying it on stream. Peep these dance moves. These guys just be vibing in the weirdest way as I sneak past them. Creeping on the nun. This is what I meant when I said earlier in the intro that it gives a PS1 vibe. They have a setting called PSX as well, which I noticed what's the game? Ultra Kill also has. It's a nice setting, but it's not the one that I wanted to use. Start throwing knives, chase this guy down the hall. The bonus is best spent. Oh, I got stuck in the door. The bonus is best spent if you can get them all at once, but I found out while recording the session that if I killed everybody in that room, I couldn't get the bonus kill, which is this poor nun in the shower. Nudity warning incoming to the children that didn't click off already. And down she goes. Now, while I was playing on stream, I didn't know about this, but in order to increase your score, you're actually supposed to dissect. I don't want to say dissect, just chop up the bodies. It gives you bonus points. I kept failing my scores because I didn't know that. But once I figured it out, I made sure to throw it in for the recording. I stopped recording because I was actually going to fast forward through this credit scene, but I really like the music they used. It reminds me extremely of Knight Rider, so I just wanted to share this music cue with you guys for a moment. I was actually hesitant to even speak on this section of the game because I love the way that you load in and it immediately sets the vibe. You look around and you can tell this man is insane. The house is dirty, he's got a bunch of random TVs that just play the same thing over and over again. He's naked, having flickers between seeing his real self and from his own eyes. He's got a tree with eyes and a giant flappy mouth that talks to him. Dude is absolutely freaking fucking crazy. It speeds. I had a good laugh with someone on stream too about how its trunk is just one solid length all the way up to the top with no taper at all. Just one solid trunk. This tree is my biggest op, but I can't say why because it's spoilers. You just gotta do what you're told at first. I tried to change costumes so I could show you guys the ones that I unlocked, which made me really sad when I couldn't do it, so I just had to stay at the floor for a second. So the actual first mission starts, I think, 2 days before Christmas, and I accidentally walk into the woods trying to make a nice cinematic entrance into the game, but I felt that was almost realistic, just getting caught in the trees trying to make your way through the woods. But I just going back to what I was saying about the vibe, they really do an amazing job of setting the atmosphere between being able to see through the holes and that shadow of the mask line when you go into first person, the constant huffing and puffing. If you want, you can go into third person, but it's best played in first, if you ask me. There's more of a challenge that way. You can even turn the FPS out, sorry, not FPS out, uh, I had a brain fart. FOV. You can turn your FOV out to 120, but it makes the game way too easy that way. Like I'm used to playing all my games on 120, but it takes part of the challenge away, and it also messes with how the game plays. I was going for the best score I could on this one, and also trying to just display the gameplay best as possible. You actually don't have access to the knife throw that you keep seeing me use, and apparently you can't reach this guy. I had an issue with that when I was recording. I don't know why, but I had already taken like 3 recordings that I had to delete because I kept messing up, so I just sent it. See, you can reach them while you're standing, but it's best to crouch, I guess, and chop them up. Gotta do what you gotta do. It's also better to do it after you've gotten everybody, but if you can do it immediately, it's best because you get timed when you play this. The gameplay is a lot like I already said, like Ultra Kill, um, but without the super high speed and without the shooting. I'd also say I'd compare it to Hotline Miami for anybody that's played Hotline Miami, except with the difference being that this is a first person and not a top down. But the arcade style killing is there. It's such a fun game. I had an amazing time playing it on stream. If people wanted to watch me play it again, I would play it again. But I just was playing it in the honor of Friday the 13th being in December. I don't have many Christmas games. I'm looking for more. I'll probably be streaming Rainbow Six Siege and checking out their winter event. But now going back to what I was saying about this game. So I just love how bloody the game is. Like they did not hold back at all. It's raunchy. The game really makes you feel like an actual adult when you're playing it. If that's why I also feel like it feels like a PlayStation 1 game because I can't count how many games as a kid I played on PlayStation 1 that would just not they were not meant for somebody my age to be playing them. I should not have been playing Duke Nukem or any games like that. I should have been playing Crash Bandicoot, which I did have access to. But instead I was out here playing games that inspired games like this. This is such a good game, especially if you're somebody who likes Dead by Daylight or things like that. I think this would be up your alley. I don't want to just sit here and say it's such a good game, it's such a good game, it's such a good game over and over again, but like I almost don't know what else to say. I didn't write a script for this review. I just kind of thought I would sit here and watch my gameplay over and whatever came by I would comment on. Like sleeping is one of the funnier features to me in the game. Like I mean, how else are you going to progress time? But I just thought it was kind of funny how this man's going around hacking people up and then curls up in bed to sleep peacefully sleep with gumdrops dancing in his head. I wanted to praise the developers of the game for their level design as well. I thought it was pretty neat that we went right from somebody's homes into like a drugstore. We go through the back and it enters us into like the warehouse section of the store, and it provides a great section for sneaking through. I will say there's a couple problems with the game as far as like some of the textures stretching when they shouldn't, as you saw at the beginning, or you'll see here in a moment where I walk up and I activate a switch through a wall that I'm not supposed to be able to hit. It actually helped me clear the level the first couple of times that I went through while I was still learning how to play. I think I mentioned already, you're not supposed to have access to the knife throw yet, but because I completed the game, I can do everything. Now, I'm gonna get busted here, and you're gonna get to see one of the better aspects of the game. I messed up while I was recording, and I did get busted, but one of the best aspects of the game is the busted screen. I think it's definitely a good giggle, especially because it zooms in on your character, and when it does, you can face the camera if you're quick enough, and it just gives that ultimate horror game vibe. Or even just if you're feeling silly a little, oops. Oh, here we go. I've been spotted. The guy manages to slip out the door while I'm throwing knives at him. Here we go, the caught screen. Ah, I didn't manage to make myself look at the screen. I think I cleared on the second time through. Um, it's It's actually pretty easy to memorize their levels too. I want to play it again on the harder difficulty because on the harder difficulty, the people actually hear your footsteps and whatnot, which I didn't realize until I was playing stream and went to check on the difficulty and tried to turn it up and realized that there was only two difficulties, normal and hard. And normal turns off things like people being able to hear your footsteps and whatnot. So I definitely took away part of my challenge for myself, but I wasn't gonna turn the difficulty up when I recorded this because I needed to get it done ASAP. You can do a lot of nice things like utilize lights to your advantage. As you'll see here in a moment, I snuck up on this one, turn off the lights and just hide in the bathroom for a moment. Now, hiding isn't the best tactic for the game considering there's a timer that's gonna give you a better score, but watch how I play this, man. It turned out that light through the wall in the other room. That bathroom light was the one that I turned off from the other room. That sets me up for an advantage because they see the lights turned off and they'll go to turn them on. Sneaking up on the Santa was fun for me too because I kept yelling things about how I'm the only one that's allowed to dress as Santa and a couple other things because I failed this mission a few times during stream. I feel like I'm not even reviewing the game anymore. I'm just reviewing my gameplay. But I don't know what to say without sitting here yapping. It's a great game. I recommend it to anybody that wants to play it. It's $12. It's on PlayStation, PlayStation 4, and Windows. I believe it's also on Xbox. I'm not certain if it's on Xbox and Nintendo because when I looked it up, it said that the game only came out last year. Xbox and Nintendo didn't want it on their platforms because of how fucked up the game is. There's a part where you murder a man in the basement,
Good job, man.
actually. Right here. I believe it's this part. Yep, you murder a man that's trapped in your basement. And I can see why they wouldn't want that on their platform. But yeah, so if you're looking to play it, you might want to hopefully be on the Sony platforms. Otherwise, good luck finding it. Went to the bathroom in this clip. I actually meant to cut this out, but I'm not gonna go do that now. I wanted to have the guy playing retching in the toilet and then leaving the bathroom before he did his dastardly deeds. There's so much roleplay that can be had while you're playing this game. It's definitely gonna be getting another replay from me. Whether or not it'll be on live is totally up to you guys, though. The ending to the game is insane. Like I'm gonna get into spoilers after this clip is over. Uh the ending to the game is absolutely insane. If you've watched to this far and you don't want spoilers, you're gonna want to click off. And I appreciate you for watching this far. Take a good look. Take a good look at what we've done as I run away. I can't take a good look as I run away.
I love that
So
the
the
truck just
game
goes with
ends
Santa on it.
with
Oh
a
shit!
surprise. This is why I said that
Fuck,
the
I've been
tree is
caught.
my biggest off.
No!
I could not
No!
believe the ending of this game. It was such a shock to be betrayed by what I believed
What?
was a part of my imagination.
The tree turned me in? I thought the tree was a part of my fucking imagination! What?
Chat and I had a laugh over the 36 because people were like, there's no way that was only 36. He definitely killed more than 36 people. To which I said, those were only the bodies they found.
I'm gonna kill this tree. No way. That's crazy. I thought the tree was part of my fucking imagination.
So I gotta say, there was a lot that didn't wind up making it into the video, mainly just because I didn't have the time to record it. But there is so much to show. One thing that didn't make it in, the movie theater playing porn. The game is extremely vulgar and definitely just perfect for adults. It's a great play. I give it a 9 out of 10. The only reason it doesn't get the full 10 out of 10 is because it's not very user friendly. Like I said, the tutorial didn't teach you every button like it should. I had to go into the layouts and figure it out myself. Other than that, I would have given it a full 10 out of 10. Fantastic game. Highly recommend you play.